This hasn't yet started, guys. This hasn't yet started. The live draw. We are waiting for this to happen. Oh my God. FC RAMSAY is back, and we are here for the watch along of the bracket view of what is happening in the Champions League draw for the next teams to come up. Big update, guys. Big update. It is going to be huge. It is going to be huge because in the fixtures, if you talk about this long season, it is going to be huge for the teams to compile. Just have a look of what it is over here. This is the fixtures which can happen. I mean, for the playoffs, the bracket which is much more concerning is that of Pep Guardiola's men. Are they going to scratch their head, or it is Real Madrid Ancelotti making it good with Celtic, or it is Vincent Kompany's Bayern Munich? Are they going to make it big? Because this block where Celtic, Manchester City, Real Madrid, and Bayern are there, I mean, the draw which is going to happen from this is the biggest talk of the town. Apart from this, it is also the likes of Bayern Munich, Juventus, Milan, and PSV Eindhoven. Eindhoven has got those wins over Liverpool, but Liverpool were playing with their second squad in the gameplay. But the fixtures of the teams, I mean, if you guys just have a look at what is happening with the likes of Real Madrid, I mean, to be precise, just look at this. The fixtures of Real Madrid, they have got Spaniol this weekend. Leganes is there. Real Madrid has to face Rogi Blancos Atletico Madrid on February 9th. I mean, the two draws which will be happening, the first leg and the second leg for the playoffs to happen on the month of February, and the fixtures for most of the big teams. I mean, Real Madrid will face Leganes, Rogi Blancos, Osasuna, and Girona. These are the upcoming 4 fixtures of Real Madrid, and the 2 games if Real Madrid are going to face City or they are going to face Celtic, then it is so good for them. But if City is on their fixtures in the month of February for the 2 legs to happen, then it is also Leganes, Atletico Madrid, and Osasuna which Real Madrid has to face. And talking about the team for Real Madrid, it is Mbappe, Rodrigo, Bellingham, and Diaz. I mean, Vinicius Jr. will be back from those suspensions into the game, but not with those good defensive approach. It means the game against Manchester City, which Real Madrid will have to face. But if next we move on from Real Madrid, if it is the likes of Manchester City, in the likes of Bayern, or it is Real Madrid, I mean, Pep Guardiola will be crushed from both the sides, both the legs being played, and Manchester City will have to play the last leg away from home because they haven't been on the top 16 spots. They have got Arsenal. They have got the FA Cup in game between. They have also got Newcastle, Liverpool, and Tottenham. Oh my God, what is Pep Guardiola doing? Because in the month of February, where the 2 legs of this playoff will be played after the draws have been officially confirmed, that whether it is the likes of Real Madrid and in the Los Blancos, or it is the douche Mr. Bayern, which City are going to face. But with the fixtures which City has upcoming, with the lack of their centre back Rodri Diaz in the squad, it is Arsenal they have to face. They have got Newcastle, they have got Liverpool, and they have Tottenham. And apart from these games, there is also a FA Cup game in between. And also there will be 2 more, I mean, 2 more legs with Bayern or 2 more legs with the Los Blancos. I mean, Guardiola's men, if they are going to play a total of 7 matches in a month, all those 7 matches are getting so big and so annoying. I mean, these happenings are happening. The fixtures have to be really taken care of. UEFA with this long fixture, I mean, the draw hasn't yet started, so we are just having a watch of what are the fixtures which the teams are going to have. And apart from that, it is the likes of the big schedule upcoming. I mean, with 25 odd men in the squad, most of the teams in this UEFA fixtures, I mean, how is that going to happen? Because the injuries, if you have 4 to 5 players injured, then you have to stick to just 17 or 18 players in the squad to play 7 big games. I mean, just look at the fixtures of Manchester City facing Arsenal, Mikel Arteta's team. That will be a big fight. 90 minutes of sweat and blood on the pitch. FA Cup, it is the hope which City is having, because in the Premier League they are down with those sufferings. Newcastle, they are having that big game on February 15th. February 23rd, it is Arne Slot's undefeatable Liverpool. And it is the Tottenham, the Spurs, which has caused those upsets to Manchester City already in the previous game of this season. I mean, so many big matches. I mean, 5 of those big matches, and adding more to the 2 of the big Champions League. Etihad, they have to get UEFA. I mean, begging to them to get either the likes of anything good happening for them, because they have to face Real Madrid and they have to face either Bayern from both the ends. Not happening. But we just had a discussion of what are the fixtures of Real Madrid. We now had the discussions of Manchester City struggling, the fixtures which they're having in the month of February, all those upsets which are going to cause. And look at the fixtures of Bayern as well. I mean, Bayern under Vincent Company this month at the top of the Bundesliga, 6 points ahead of Leverkusen. Look at the squad of Bayern, which they have been doing consistent this season. They have got Holstein Kiel this weekend. Werder Bremen is as well there. But it is Leverkusen, Frankfurt and Stuttgart for Bayern in the month of February 15th to March 1. Also with these 2 legs of the Champions League, if it is going to be City or if it is going to be Celtic, oh my God, Bayern are going to be get crushed. Leverkusen at the second spot of the Bundesliga, Frankfurt and Stuttgart on the 3rd and 4th spots. They have been really doing so good in the Bundesliga. Bayern under Vincent Company have been just doing and managing to get to the first spot. But with those 3 big epic matches of the Bundesliga, Leverkusen, Frankfurt and Stuttgart, along with that, Bayern will have to face either it is Manchester City, or if it is going to be a Celtic, then it is going to be a walkthrough. I mean, UEFA fixtures, if they are going to be biased on this, nothing is going to happen. Bayern is going to be get finished. Manchester City with these fixtures, all the players will be finished. Injuries upcoming, so much of concerns will be there. That is definitely not going to be the top of the town, because this block is looking much of disheartening coming on. Real Madrid having to face Atletico Madrid, Roger Blancos, Manchester City with those 4 big games, Bayern with those 3 big games, and adding to these big games, there is also the upcoming 2 big Champions League matches. Oh my God, what is that going to be? I don't know, boys. I don't know, because this big season is not going to end. Because Celtic, on the other hand, look at their fixtures. I mean, they have got the likes of Dundee FC and Dundee United, the 2 big games, the rivalries which will be talking on the town for Celtic. Look at the score of Celtic, which they are sticking to in this season. Not going good. But on the other block, it is the likes of Paris Saint-Germain, where they are with Monaco, Brest and Benfica. And in the French league, PSG have to play. PSG are at the top spot. Look at their team. Kvaratskhelia not in the squad anymore. I mean, he is the new transfer of this season into the squad. They have got it good. Ramos is there as well as Dembele. But look at the fixtures PSG have got on the screen. It is Brest. It is their Coupe de France, a small game in between. It is Monaco, Toulouse and Lyon. Not much big games for PSG apart from Monaco. PSG in the month of February for the qualifications, if they go against Monaco, Brest or Benfica, they have 2 big games for the Champions League, but in their own league, that is only Monaco. PSG are going to survive, guys. PSG are going to survive good in the Champions League if they are going to keep their characters good for the rest of the season. Nobody's for PSG. Mind me, nobody's for PSG in it. But to talk about Monaco in that block, look at it. Monaco has got PSG, and it is Lille where they have to face, and Reims. I mean, Monaco has got two matches which can be considered in a month, because in this long fixtures of the Champions League, in a month, how much do you expect the players to play? I mean, if you are having, to talk about Manchester City, Bayern, and Real Madrid, they have to play those 4 to 5 big games. That is not the UEFA fixtures which is going to be, because the players, they will lose their muscle memory, they will lose their nerves, they will lose their cool, and the characters of the managers getting those sack moments is definitely going to happen in the month of February. Much of buddies from the block of Real Madrid, Manchester City, Bayern, and Celtic in the squad. But leaving this Paris Saint-Germain, Monaco, Brest, and Benfica block, the draws which are happening, there is also the block where the likes of Milan is also there. I mean, to talk about AC Milan under Sergio Conte. So look at this. Milan has got Inter Milan. I mean, on this weekend, they have to face Inter. It is next Roma, Empoli, Hellas Verona, and Toronto. And look at the squad of AC Milan over here. They have got Leo, Morata, Pulisic on the strikes. I mean, Milan will get those rest, which is much needed. Apart from that, it is only the game against Inter and Roma, two big games for them in the Serie A. But Milan are not doing that good in the Serie A. It is the likes of Napoli who are clinching on the top spot of the table. That is what the worry will be. That is definitely going to be the worry of it. Milan will not have a worry out of it. Apart from the games which Milan will be getting is the likes of Juventus, PSV Eindhoven, and Feyenoord. These are the three teams in their block. They can get a pairing with Juventus. That is a game which they will have to be worried of. Apart from that, Milan in this block, no worries for Milan and Juventus as well. To take a look of Juventus, I mean, just look at it. They have got Colomwani into the squad, the new transfer this January. They have in the Serie A, look at the fixtures. I mean, in this block, Juventus will have Empoli in Serie A. It is Como, Cesc Fabregas, Como. But Juventus has got Simone Inzaghi's Inter Milan on February 16th. That is the big game which Juventus will be worrying, because Juventus in the Serie A table, they are not high up, and their expectations of getting those Serie A will not be there. They will be definitely going, because they have lost the Supercoppa di Italia, but this is the Champions League. They will be much focused on, and this is what is creating those disturbances. The teams, what are their focus in this is not happening to be seen in the Champions League. Juventus can focus on the Champions League matches in the month of February. Very good. To talk about PSV Eindhoven, I mean, just look at their squad. I mean, Eindhoven, the Jog, and Bakayoko on as well as Till. But look at the fixtures. Eindhoven has just got a single game on February 15th. That is Feyenoord, a big game for Eindhoven. Eindhoven are at the top of their Dutch league. Apart from that, I mean, in the Eredivisie, they have got Go Ahead Eagles, they have got FC Utrecht, as well as Willem 2 to be played. No worries for PSV Eindhoven if they are going to make it to the Champions League. One big game against Feyenoord, that is the KNYB Cup, which Eindhoven has to play. One big game and two Champions League. That is what is needed in the Champions League, where the fixtures are getting so huge. Big buddies, but now in this block, it is also Feyenoord. Look at that. Feyenoord has got February 2nd, and in the second week of February, where the first leg, as well as the third week of February, where the third leg will be played after this Champions League draws. And to talk about Feyenoord, look at it. It is only Ajax. Oh my God. Not much worries for Feyenoord as well. If they want to prepare, definitely they can go. But look at Atalanta. Oh my God. Atalanta has got the likes of Torino, Bologna, Hellas Verona, Cagliari, and Empoli. No worries for Atalanta as well to play these two Champions League. I mean, 5 games plus 2, 7 games. Not big games for Atalanta. If they are going to get the likes of, I mean, either PSV Eindhoven I mean, the likes of Dortmund or Sporting CP or Club Brugge, it will be Atalanta getting those game walks. Look at the other aspect. It is Dortmund against in the Bundesliga. In the fixtures, they have Heidenheim, it is Stuttgart. Apart from that, I mean, Heidenheim are down in the Bundesliga table. Bochum is down in the Bundesliga table. Union Berlin not high. St. Pauli is that another big game which Dortmund will face. But if Dortmund are going to get the likes of Sporting CP or Club Brugge or Atlanta from these draws, I mean, 2 big games plus 1, 3 games, it is definitely a good decision. Sporting CP, on the other hand, they have got 1 big game. It is against the FC Porto in the month of February. And 1 big game and 2 Champions League. FC Sporting CP on the top of the Liga Portugal will definitely make it to the next round. Much worries are there from the likes of Club Brugge, because Club Brugge is that where they have got those fixtures. I mean, much of the expectations from Club Brugge will be not there. But worries are incoming for Real Madrid because they have got Atletico Madrid in the month of February. Apart from those 2 fixtures, 1 big game in the La Liga. Manchester City has got 4 big games: Arsenal, Newcastle, Liverpool, Tottenham. And Bayern, they have got 3 big games. It is the likes of Leverkusen, Frankfurt, and Stuttgart to be played. Much worries, guys, much worries. These were the talk of the town which we were having, the fixtures, because the injuries are also a concern. But the fixtures being 7 big games, can the players get those rest? Can the players get those momentums to be ongoing? That is what the worry is. I mean, the draw has just started. You can have the watch links on our social media description. The descriptions are given in the video section as well as in the chat section. And yes, there is also the poll over here that who will Guardiola face on the live chat. Give your votes, guys. Is it the Los Blancos who are going to face Guardiola City? Is it the douche Mr. Bayern going to face the likes of City? Or it is Guardiola who is going to quit the Champions League? 7 big games for Pep Guardiola, struggling with those injuries. And it is over here the draws which are going live. Oh my God, just look at it. What are the draws going to give those results? We just analyze the fixtures of all those big teams who are going to get those draws. And that is the draw which is going to happen. Pick up that big. It is Thiago Alcantara. Pick that good, boys. It is the league position 15 to 16, 1 pot, 13 to 14, another pot. Oh my God, these league fixtures are going to cause much upsets. Alcantara being that special guest, is he going to get those draws? Big worries incoming, guys. Big worries incoming. I mean, we just discussed the fixtures of the big teams who are going to get those face off in the draws. What is that? Alcantara is saying so hard. Man, just pick up the draws, man. No need of those lectures. The fate is decided for Manchester City, for Bayern, as well as Papa Perez, Real Madrid. Big things incoming. It is going to get one of the big teams out of that block. I want definitely AC Milan and the likes of Juventus to get those face-offs. I mean, the teams who haven't got those good performances to be in the top 8 of the Champions League will definitely not get those rests. I mean, either you have to go for the Champions League or you have to go for your league. You have to make those decisions. It is for the managers to make it good. Manchester City, no likes for them to be in the top spot of the Premier League this season. Liverpool doing it so good. Real Madrid are at the top of the La Liga. They are few points ahead of Atletico, Roji Blancos, and yes, it is Barcelona way behind, trailing to it, despite of their good form in the Champions League. What is Papa Perez, Florentino Perez going to cook for it? Is he going for the La Liga or even he go for the Champions League? I mean, What are the decisions which Florentino Perez is going to make? What are those decisions which company, Bayern Munich are at the top of the Bundesliga. The new manager at the Alliance, the Bavarian capital, will definitely have to answer after these draws that whether they are going to go for the Champions League or whether they are going to get those domestic leagues. As well as for the likes of Pep Guardiola's men also, they are going for the hunt of the Champions League, or it is the likes of they will go for those fights in the Premier League. Because in the Premier League, they have to fight big to be in the next season. Look at that. The draw is being held and it is being explained. Man, it is taking damn high time for the draws to happen. Make it fast, boys. The seeded teams 9-16. Yes, the unseeded teams 17-24. The draws are being held and these seeded teams will face the unseeded teams for 2 legs. Pairing 9 and 10. Yes, it is Atalanta and Dortmund. 9 and 10 pairing. Real Madrid and Bayern. 11 and 12 pairing. Good pairing on. Good pairing going on, boys. Good pairing going on. And yes, these seeded teams will get their second leg at home. Some sort of comebacks can be expected. The road to Munich is high on over here. Who is going to make it big, boys? Who is going to make it big? Pep Guardiola has already confessed that the long fixtures as well as this long season, oh my God, one vote is going to have that it is the Los Blancos who are going to face Guardiola. Oh my God, Manchester City and Real Madrid, do you guys expect that it is going to be happen in this? Man, it will be annoying. Whether it is Bayern and City, whether it is the Real Madrid or the City, much worries for Guardiola's men. 7 big fixtures they're having. Arsenal, it is 1 FA Cup, it is the likes of Newcastle, it is the likes of Liverpool, and it is also Tottenham in their fixtures. Guardiola's men will have to get those big characters, as well as the likes of Bayern and Los Blancos are also there. Seeded teams will get sorted very soon. Make those draws happen, boy. Man, these UEFA draws, they take so much time explaining it so much. What is there to explain? It is everything on the pen and paper. But then also they are taking this draw to happen such a big time. 33% vote for Los Blancos, 33 for Mister, and 33 for Guardiola quitting the Champions League. All the votes which has been casted is just getting is big nerves, boys, big nerves. That is the big nerves which are happening over here on the screen. But look at the fixtures of Real Madrid as well on the screen. Man, time and again, I have been just seeing this, that what is that the fixtures are going to make. Madrid has got the likes of Osasuna, and it is the Roger Blancos Atletico which they are going to face. Man, is Thiago Alcantara going to get those draws, or he is just that guest? Yes, the draws are going to be made, boys. The draws are going to be made. Make this big happen, boys. Make this big happen. But look at the fixtures of Bayern as well here on the screen. They have got Leverkusen, Frankfurt, and Stuttgart. Worries for Vincent Kompany's man as well. But the most worry will be that of Guardiola's men if they are going to face. It is destined that they have to get the likes of Bayern or the likes of Madrid. Atalanta, Dortmund pairing, and it is the likes of Milan and Inter. Yes, Real Madrid and Bayern, good. It is PSG and Benfica pairing. Teams to be drawn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 seeded pairings to happen right now with those 8 unseeded pairings. Monaco, State the names: Celtic, Manchester City, Feyenoord, Juventus, Sporting Club, and Club Brugge. What is that going to be? My nerves are taking a toll out of this. My nerves are taking a toll out of this. What is that going to happen? Thiago Alcantara, we believe in you, boy. Pick up those big draws. Don't get any more upsets. League position 23 and 24. It is Alcantara who has picked up. What is that? What is that Alcantara has picked up? He is opening up. It is Club Brugge. Oh my God. The first draw, 23 and 24. It is Club Brugge. Sporting CP, Dortmund or Atlanta. What is that going to happen for Club Brugge? Why that league position 23 and 24 has been picked up again? It is Sporting CP. Club Brugge and Sporting CP, 2 draws made. Whether they are going to face Atlanta or Dortmund, pick it up, boy. Pick it up. What is that? Manchester City is the fate? What is that he is referring to? '21 and 22, the draw is being made. Manchester City, man, first draw to it. Manchester City gets the first draw. Are they going to face Madrid or Bayern? What is in store for City? City has been picked up for that draw. Celtic goes to the other part of the bracket. Celtic goes to the other part of the bracket. Celtic moves to the other part of the bracket. It is Real Madrid or Bayern. What is that going to be faced? Pick up, man. What is this ugly draw going on? This draw is taking a toll. Why it is being just... these seeded teams are being drawn so casually. Juventus first picked. Juventus gets this first pick. Juventus will face Milan or it is PSV Eindhoven. What is the second seeded Juventus? Yes, it has got Feyenoord. Yes, fair enough. Feyenoord is that second spot. Second seeded spot. Unseeded spots are being drawn. Unseeded spots are being drawn. Now it is the 17th and 18th. What is that 17th and 18th? Sparta Belgrade gets that 17th spot. Oh my God. Best facing Paris or Benfica. Big one oncoming. Big one incoming. Yes, Monaco has been picked. Monaco has been picked. The unseeded spots have been drawn. Now it will move Monaco on the 17th. Now the seeded spots will be drawn, guys. The seeded spots will be drawn. Seeded spots. Brest on the 18th. Monaco on the 17th, the pots have been drawn. It is the 15th and 16th which is happening. 15th and 16th which is happening. What is that going to be? Paris Saint-Germain has been drawn. Paris Saint-Germain has been drawn. What is that PSG going to face? PSG faces Brest for the 2 legs in the qualifications of this face-off. PSG faces Brest. Benfica has been drawn. Oh my God. Good one for Benfica. Good Benfica and Monaco for the 2 legs. Monaco and Benfica for the two legs, and PSG and Brest for the two first legs have been drawn. PSG, Monaco's Brest, Benfica, this draw is over. This draw is over. Since the next draw is happening 13th and 14th, big one. Eindhoven has been paid. Oh my God, PSV Eindhoven has been paid. Good luck for Eindhoven. They will face Juventus. PSV Eindhoven will face Juventus. Oh my God, Feyenoord and Milan. Feyenoord and Milan. Yes, AC Milan picked AC Milan and Feyenoord for the upcoming slots. Oh my God. Oh my God, Feyenoord and Milan. These are the two fixtures, and it is the likes of Juventus and PSV Eindhoven. PSG faces Brest, and the likes of Monaco facing Benfica. The next big spot incoming. The next big spot incoming. What is that big? Oh my God, it is the 11th and 12th. Big worries. Big worries. Real Madrid, Los Blancos have been picked up. Oh my God, the decision has been made. It is Pep Guardiola's men facing Los Blancos. Guardiola, you are going to get those dirty dogs, and Bayern are going to get those Saturday. Yes, boys. Real Madrid crushing Manchester City. It is the Los Blancos, the vote which has been given, and the destiny has been just made so clear with the dogs. And Bayern are going to face Celtic, the road to Munchen 2025. The draws are good. The draws are good. Manchester City with the likes of Los Blancos, and look at the fixtures which Manchester City is having. Pep Guardiola scratching his head big, boys. Pep Guardiola scratching his head big. What is that going to with Atlanta? Atlanta has been big. Oh my God. All our predictions are going so good in this. Atalanta has been picked. Club Brugge and Atlanta have been drawn. Oh my God, these UEFA fixtures are taking a toll out of it. And definitely this Sporting CP with the likes of Dortmund. Man, this draw, Dortmund and Sporting CP has been confirmed. Has been confirmed, guys. Has been confirmed. The UEFA fixtures have been confirmed. My eyes just couldn't believe this. The fixtures have been confirmed. And yes, much worries for Guardiola's men because they are going to face Los Blancos. I mean Real Madrid against Manchester City, two legs, as well as Manchester City with the likes of the oh my God, look at the fixtures of Manchester City. My goodness, Arsenal, Newcastle, Liverpool, Tottenham, and Los Blancos for the two games. Guardiola is going to get those exits from the Champions League. Guardiola is going to get those exits from the Champions League. My eyes couldn't believe it. The draws have been made. Any move further advancement to it? Any move further advancement to it? What is Pep Guardiola doing to go good in this? What is Pep Guardiola going to do good in this? Thiago Alcantara, that player. We love you, boy. You have made those draws look. What is for Real Madrid, Los Blancos, and what is for Guardiola's men? But to talk about the fixtures, oh my God, this has ended. The draws have ended. The draws have ended and the fixtures have been confirmed. Let us just make it to the screen, boys. Let us just make it to the screen. Man, the fixtures are over. And what Guardiola's men have to face is the likes of Los Blancos. I mean, look at this. If we have got the Champions League fixtures, knockout matches, look at this. Look at this. Matches not yet confirmed. The next matches, draws. Where are those matches which are going to be? These are the matches, I guess. Let us bring those matches on the squad. Let us bring those matches on the draws. The draws have been confirmed. Follow the live draw. Yes, it is. It is the draws which have been confirmed. What is incoming? What is incoming? League phase table, draws, live updates, results. Yes, these are the draws, guys. These are the draws. Let me put it on the screen. Let me put it on the screen. Let me put this on the screen so that you guys can have a watch of it. Yes, it is the Manchester City fixtures. Let me put this back. Big news. Los Blancos will face Manchester City. And yes, let's put this off. Let's put this window on. And yes, look at that. Look at the draws which has been made confirmed. And this is what the draws are. Oh my God, what is for Pep Guardiola's man? What is for Pep Guardiola's man? The road to München has been drawn, and these are the fixtures which have been just officially confirmed. It is Brest who are going to face PSG for the two legs. It is the likes of Club Brugge against Atalanta, Manchester City and Real Madrid with Pep Guardiola's those struggling moments as well as those big upcoming matches. It is Arsenal, Tottenham, Liverpool, big matches for Guardiola's men with the likes of two more big matches, Los Blancos, Real Madrid, and the second leg will be at the Santiago Bernabeu. The Santiago Bernabeu will be closed from the top. The Santiago Bernabeu will be closed from the top, and the fate has been decided for the playoffs. Juventus against the likes of PSV Eindhoven, two legs. Juventus will have to come big in this. Thiago Motta's man, Monaco against Benfica. Oh my God. Sporting CP and Dortmund. Dortmund have to get those big wins. Bayern and Celtic. That will be a cakewalk for Bayern, but Bayern have got those Stuttgart, Leverkusen, as well as the likes of, in the fixtures for Bayern, just look at it. Just look at the fixtures of Bayern. They have got the likes of Leverkusen, Frankfurt, and Stuttgart. And for Real Madrid, to look at their fixtures, look at the fixtures of Real Madrid. They have got the likes of Espanyol, Real Madrid, Leganes, Atletico, and Osasuna, and Girona in the squad. Manchester City, much worries. My God, they have Arsenal, they have got Newcastle, Liverpool, and Tottenham. Worries. Bayern got those scapegoats with Celtic, but they have to do good against Leverkusen, Frankfurt, and Stuttgart. Big games, boys, big games. What is that going to be the score? Because take a screenshot of this, and the two draws have been made. Feyenoord against AC Milan. Sergio Conceição's men will definitely try to make it to the next. Dortmund will definitely try to make it. Juventus will make it. Atalanta will get it. Paris will somehow get in those French league clash against Brest, but Manchester City and Real Madrid, we are going to get Guardiola's man out of the Champions League in the face-offs. The Champions League knockout phase of the playoffs, bro. After this, they won't be in the top 16. Oh my God. Big Buddy is scratching heads for Manchester City, and this is what is the draw which has been confirmed. And for the next videos which we are having, it is the like of Bayern facing the upcoming hostility at home. It is the likes of Real Madrid facing the likes of their match against Espanyol. And also there is Manchester City and Arsenal, as well as the Milan and Inter. I mean, two of the big matches in the Premier League, in the Serie A, and from Real Madrid and from the Bundesliga. We will be covering it all. And but not the most, it is also the Kolkata Derby, Mohammedan Sporting Club, going to face against the likes of Mohan Bagan. All these matches will be covered. And what is going to be your predictions? Do tell us on the chat section. Bye from my side, and we'll make a compiled video of this draw and come up big for the next update coming on for that video a bit later to it. Do stay tuned to FC RAMSAY for all the happenings and join our social media descriptions, links which are given over there in the video section as well as in the chat section to get those cheeky peeky links. Bye-bye, guys, and best of luck for Guardiola's men to perform big in the upcoming matches against Los Blancos. But the Los Blancos, the Santiago Bernabeu, will be closed from top to get the nerves heated and get those big wins. Bye-bye, guys. Keep cooling.